following a clip.
That's definitely on the pooper reel. Leave it to James to find all the things I missed.
So on this internal fence, we've gone 6 inches, 12 inches, 18, 24, and 36. You can go more, you can go less. The reason why we've done this is it's kind of combining an electric psychological barrier along with a physical one. So they shouldn't want to try because they have a visible barrier, but even if they do try, they cannot get their heads in between here to even test it out. When an animal gets their head in between, cow, sheep, goats, anything, if they get a shock in the back of the head, they want to go forward. That just means they're going to get entangled. It means that they're going to rip some fencing down. It means that one might get out and then the rest are going to try. So we always want to get the shock to happen in the chest or the nose so that they back up. When you're setting these heights, you can absolutely set them after you've run all the wires before you put the tension on. However, with longer lengths, you would have quite a bit of weight on the wire, so it might not be as easy. So to save some headache, you can absolutely put a steeple in each one of these just to hold it up.
Cool. What about a staple? Would that be good too?
Whatever you call them, that's good.
So if you're going to try this setup at home, a couple of things that I learned on my first go through was, 1, connect each one at a time. 2, make sure that you know which one is which. This is our top line, this is our bottom line. I screwed that up before. Okay, so the other part is don't cut it unless you are ready to clamp it, because this whole thing will half unspool. Clipped it with our nice pliers here. Ah, shit. It's fine. That one was fine. It's the roll that you don't want to lose.
So Jake let go of the right one because, as you can see, it didn't go far. It wouldn't have tangled everything up because he only did one at a time. And now he can bring it right back. If he had let that go, the entire spool would have had no tension left and would have completely unraveled. Either way, it's why safety first, pants, eyeglasses, all of the time. One thing to remember when you grab your wire to put into the ratcheting strainer, a wrench, you can use the Gallagher pliers. So you don't want to take all the tension out with, try and do it with your body. You're never going to be able to. But you definitely don't want to have a whole ton of slack because there's only so much wire that can go on here. So I just kind of pull it until it's at that point, cut behind my hand, again, because we don't want this to shoot off into nothingness. That excess, keep it. You can use it for just about anything, retying this, creating some patches, but also attaching all of your wires at either end together. You can see that it didn't just spring anywhere. I always poke one end into the dirt just so that it stays right there. I'm not looking for it later. Once we've got this, we're going to take our pliers. We're going to make a big L. It's always better to have more material than less. We just slide it right in. And always make sure that you go top to bottom because you're wrapping it this way. If you do it the other way, it's just going to slip right out. Now you just take your pliers, put as close in as you possibly can.
Oh, to get that little tail gone.
Just get that little tail gone, and then start ratcheting.
Okay, that I didn't do my first time with this.
Okay, one's done. We're not taking all the tension out yet until we have done all of our line posts.
Okay, that's good.
You definitely want to have something on here to hold it.
Again, I could not believe how much time was saved with these the cables.
So this is why I did this. So this is why you cut your tail. See how it blocked it right there?
Yep. So what's the next step here, Judgy James?
So next step is putting in our line posts.